remember, the idea is just start wherever you're at. You don't have to be in any specific shape, you know, or mobility. Like if your arms are here to start, you know, or wherever your arms are to start, where it's real gentle and you can relax into your position. Then as you engage your core and just gently lean forward, you can start exploring ranges that are appropriate for you. Okay, so this isn't matching what I'm doing, this is what is appropriate for you. It's not a competition. So, hands out, you can just kind of keep your body as one, you're stretching your calves a little bit, you're letting the bands kind of rest on your trapezius, kind of even giving them a little, you can pin down the muscles, and then turn your head. And as I pin down those muscles, it's kind of like a fascial stretch. So I use the band to pin the muscle down, and then I do small little activation to get the blood flow pumping into that area that I feel tight. Because I woke up and I had a crink in my neck. So I'm getting the crink out like right away. There's no place to live in pain. You should get out of pain as quickly as possible. So I just increase as my body says, yeah, let's make it a little harder. Let's get a little stronger. I have more blood in the tissue now. The muscles contracting a little bit better, a little more efficiently because there's more blood. And then you simply explore your range of motion. That's why this is appropriate for everybody, because we all have tension in areas of our body that we're not maybe aware of. So this explores your range within a certain movement, in this case push, and finds where and what is relevant and restricted and needs attention. You know, it's been overworking. So you find that overworked muscle and you bring it energy through movement. So you don't hold static, you're dynamic. As you explore, you're starting in a shoulder capsule in a push pattern, but easily you're now isolating the left pec, right, up into my bicep, and that whole relationship between the bicep and the deltoid and the pec, right? Very complicated, sticky dialogue sometimes. So you call into action those three muscles, but you support the movement with your hand. So how much can my band, if I want to do it this way, I can just let the band hold my arm, so my left arm isn't working at all. So if I want to just let it hang, you know, maybe you can just see it this way. You just let it hang. So now I can target the deltoid and the tricep and the oblique and the serratus and the intercostal. Go into a stretch in this lateral pattern, you know, where I'm isolating my right psoas, you know, and I just want to bring attention to my psoas, you know, as it interacts with the iliacus in the hip, into the quad. Like, this is just anatomy, this is not, but it's all, this is scientific. Like, high repetition movements create more blood flow. That's just physiologically relevant. That's why endurance athletes have longer muscle capability to perform in a longer state, because they're more healthy. The tissue is more healthy to be able to accommodate that demand. It can contract and relax more fully, which pumps more blood. You know, that's how the body works. So this is designed to get the body to be soft and supple. Okay, to not work, to relax, to let go, to not put a lot of focus into stressing the body through weightlifting. Is good. Get strong. Get strong. I'm not saying don't weightlift. I'm just saying warm up. Warm up. And warm up well. Warm up efficiently. Learn how to do a good warm up so you can, you know, take this into a lunge pattern you know, start getting how my whole, you know, my foot, I'm using in this situation, the wall, so I can really step in and use that as like a platform, right? To push off of the lateral edge of that base foot into the wall, right? Get a stretch on that ankle, you know, the top of the foot even, you know, on the right back foot against the wall, through the toes. You can feel the arch, right, of the foot, right? So what area is tight? Your arch. You know, lean that toe, put force on that toe, straight, you know, as gently as possible into the ground, plant the toe, feel the base of the big toe, feel that area start to open up or just be challenged. You know, if there's any pain, back off. Just a little bit, take it out of pain, but play with the line of pain. Like right where it begins to be like, okay, that's where you want to find. So you go into the pain really gently. And this is just an explorative method. It's just an explorative method. There's patterns of movement. I'm breaking patterns of movement, that's all. How do you do that? How do you do that most effectively? So you put a little resistance into it, that increases blood flow, but just a gentle amount. So right now I'm just holding position with, you know, whatever weight resistance this is, but it's dynamic. So, and I intensify the weight resistance as it warms up. So you can just make these exercises as intense as possible, you know, depending on your situation around you, you know, and how you use the environment and the band, you know. So that's the beginning of it. And then as you begin to tune into your neuromyofascial web, then you begin to notice all the connections through your body and how to generate force fluidly, you know, like water, right? Bruce Lee, like water, it's slow, controlled, and then it's quick, you know? So my line, my verse I'm contributing is, be like water is good, but I say be like a band. Snap, wow, the band stretches and then pops. So just think, and this is the deceleration, right? The eccentric, controlled eccentric. All right, what is a controlled eccentric movement if you relax into it? How fast can that become? The eccentric training, as we know from ARX, you know, is where you contain more power, is in your eccentric phase. It's like twice as strong as your concentric. So you could lower a weight much easier than it takes to get it back up. So that's where you're strongest. So why not train in that realm gently? So that's PMR in a nutshell.